Malk was in the therapist consulting room, brimming with happiness. Miss Dankworth was wearing her pinched face again, and Malk smiled, trying to put her at ease. "Why, Miss Dankworth, that pink sweater really suits you," he said. "Such a pretty color." He thought that if her ice blue eyes ever softened, she might be quite enchanting. Even so, his pulse galloped a little bit, and that made him smile again. She was his future wife, for sure. "Make yourself comfortable, Malcolm," she said, not looking at him, and opened his file. "Malk, please, may I call you Lizzie?" He loved saying her name, the buzz of it on his lips. Lizzie, Lizzie. "I prefer Miss Dankworth." Her face had settled into a frown. "Fire away, Miss Dankworth." He adjusted his position, not too near, and sat back. She took up a sharp pencil. "How do you feel?" "Same, I'm afraid," said Malk, still ridiculously happy. The corner of her mouth twitched. I see. And how would you rate your happiness today on a scale of 1 to 10? "Oh, easily a 10, Malk told her. She pressed with her pencil, a deep line appearing between her eyes. "Oh, don't get me wrong," Malk rushed on. "I've been doing all the exercises you gave me, writing down 6 bad things that happened, thinking miserable thoughts, watching EastEnders. But I'm really sorry. None of it's worked." "What is the worst thing that has happened to you this week, Malk?" Miss Dankworth's fingertips were white where she gripped her pencil. Malk mulled it over. "Well, I had quite a nasty fall on Tuesday. Cut my head." He pointed to a rash of stitches from his eyebrow to his hairline, hoping that would please her. "And I smashed my new glasses. Silly me, just toppled off the curb. Suppose you could say the road came up and hit me." He chuckled, thinking she would appreciate his little joke. "Are we looking at a drinking problem, Malcolm?" Miss Dankworth scratched some marks on her pad. "Alas, no! You know I don't touch that stuff." Malk had tried alcoholism several times, but somehow could never stick at it. "Shame." Miss Dankworth's frown grew deeper. "But how did that humiliating fall make you feel?" "Jolly silly at the time," Malk rolled his eyes. "Must have utterly destroyed your confidence," she added helpfully. "Given your negative thoughts?" "Oh, good heavens, no. Vinny was there, took me off to the hospital, and then brought me some pie and chips at Weatherspoon's, so it turned out well in the end." Miss Dankworth looked at him sternly. "Malcolm, we've talked about friends before, haven't we?" Malk pulled a face. I know. But it was my best mate, and he called round unexpectedly. What could I do?" "Not open the door?" She passed him a copy of the behavior management strategy he'd signed up to. It stated very clearly, 1, stay indoors. 2, don't talk to friends and family. 3, focus on despair. He grinned sheepishly at her. He failed on all 3 fronts. "Sorry, Miss Dankworth, but even as he said he couldn't keep in that smile, she really did look awfully pretty, even with that little cross, puckered up face, and surely it was just a matter of time before she realized that he really was the only man for her." "Let's move on." She put the strategy into his file and closed it. "Are you taking your depressants regularly?" "Absolutely am." Malk thought she'd be pleased at that. "No effort at all. No effect as well." Miss Dankworth pressed harder with her pencil. "I sometimes wonder, Malcolm, if you really want to be normal. Nobody can help you feel wretched unless you want to make that change." Malk stifled a laugh. He knew she only wanted the best for him, but he wasn't ready for help yet. His GP had referred him, such a glum little man, though Malk had only gone to see him about his fungoid toenails. "Truth is, Miss Dankworth, I come from a long line of deliriously happy people. I must have the happiness gene. My mother soldiered on with profound jubilation all her life, always refused intervention. And practically she died laughing at the age of 93. Brother Charlie, he swears swears his prolonged bouts of euphoria are completely untreatable. I'm probably a hopeless case. Miss Dankworth was working her jaw awkwardly as though chewing on rubber, and she laid out her words slowly. It might be, Malcolm, that we have to accept you'll never truly be miserable. Depression will always evade you. Milk shrugged and watched beguiled as a little vein throbbed teasingly at her temple. If you say so, Miss Dankworth. Nevertheless, I think you should keep on with the medication and spend more time alone in a darkened room. That should lower your mood and give you a heightened sense of melancholy. Milk thought about the last time he tried that. He'd imagined the room full of stars and a full moon all lit up in yellow, and he had felt elated with the beauty of all of that. But he wouldn't tell Miss Dankworth that, not yet, and his thoughts ran on to the day she would finally be his. But now Miss Dankworth was looking at her watch. Our session is over, Malcolm, she stood up. Shall I help you out? He always enjoyed this bit, a chance to show her his dexterity. No need, Miss Dankworth. Just hold the door open if you would. Yay! There you go, first time. Malk was always delighted when he maneuvered his wheelchair through the tight little gap without bumping the side, and blessed the strength in his one good arm. Till next week then, Miss Dankworth. He raised his thumb, turned to smile, but Miss Dankworth had already shut the door.